Welcome to Who Knows. You are standing in an open field west of a White House with a boarded front door. There is a small mailbox here. It was these words that began an amazing adventure for gamers back in the late 70s. No 4K graphics, no 120 frames per second, just 100% text with the rest left up to your imagination. Today, we'll be venturing into the mysterious underground world of Zork to uncover 10 fascinating facts about the first Zork game. Special shout out to Mr. Boom Blaster. He asked in the comments of our Frogger show if we'd cover Zork. We aim to please. But before we dig too deep, let's make sure we don't get lost in the great underground maze, because who really knows what secrets we'll uncover today? And be sure to stick around until the end for a special joke that'll have you laughing all the way back to the surface. And hey, if you love videos like this, don't forget to like and subscribe for more fascinating facts and deep dives into gaming history. Fact 1. A game born in a lab. Zork was created in the late 1970s by 4 MIT students, Tim Anderson, Mark Blank, Bruce Daniels, and Dave Labeling at MIT's Laboratory for Computer Science. The game started as a project on the PDP-10 mainframe, an early computer used mostly by universities and researchers. What began as a fun programming challenge soon became one of the most influential text-based adventure games of all time. Fact 2. Inspired by a dungeon. The creators of Zork were inspired by an earlier text adventure game called Colossal Cave Adventure, which laid the foundation for the genre. They wanted to create a more sophisticated experience with a richer vocabulary, deeper puzzles, and a more immersive world. And so Zork was born, a game that would forever shape interactive fiction. Fact 3. It was too big for computers. When Zork was first written, it was one massive game. But there was a problem. It was too big to run on personal computers of the time. So when it was officially released by Infocom in 1980, they split it into 3 parts: Zork 1, Zork 2, and Zork 3. This clever move allowed the game to reach a much wider audience. Fact 4. The name had no meaning. Why Zork? The name was actually a placeholder. The developers used Zork as a nonsense word while working on the game, but they never came up with a better title. Eventually, they just decided to keep it. Funny enough, Zork ended up becoming one of the most iconic names in gaming history. Fact 5. The parser was revolutionary. Most text-based games at the time only understood simple 2-word commands like go north or get key. But Zork's text parser was groundbreaking. It could interpret full sentences. Players could type complex commands like open the door with the rusty key or put the lamp in the basket, making the game feel more immersive than anything before it. Fact 6. Beware of the Grue. One of Zork's most famous creatures is the Grue, a terrifying monster that lurks in the dark and eats players who wander without a light source. The Grue became so legendary that it's been referenced in countless other games, books, and pop culture moments. Moral of the story? Always bring a lamp. Fact 7. Infocom's secret business. Infocom, the company behind Zork, didn't just make games, they also developed business software. In fact, their biggest financial success wasn't a game at all, it was a database program called Cornerstone. Unfortunately, trying to juggle gaming and business software led to financial troubles, and Infocom was eventually bought by Activision in 1986. Fact 8. A hidden reference in Tron. The 1982 sci-fi film Tron features a subtle nod to Zork in one scene. A character attempts to hack a system, and the computer responds with, "Incorrect. You are in a maze of twisty little passages, all alike." This is a direct reference to one of Zork's most famous locations, proving the game had already made a huge impact on geek culture. Fact 9. A Zork for every era. Zork has had many sequels and spin-offs over the years, including Return to Zork, Zork Nemesis, and even Zork Grand Inquisitor, which introduced a fully graphical interface. While the classic text adventures remain beloved, these later games helped bring the Zork universe to new generations of gamers. Before we get to the final fact, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And be sure to check out our other videos to learn more amazing things. Who knows what you might discover? Oh, and don't forget there's a special joke at the end, so stick around. Fact 10, you can still play it today. Even though Zork came out over 40 years ago, you can still play it today. The game is available online for free through browser-based emulators and even hidden as an Easter egg in certain software. In fact, if you open up Google search and type Play Zork, you might just stumble upon a little adventure of your own. Zork may have started as a simple text adventure, but its impact on gaming is undeniable. It pioneered interactive storytelling, introduced unforgettable characters, including the infamous Grue, and set the stage for modern adventure games. Whether you're a retro gaming fan or a newcomer, Zork is a must-play piece of gaming history. With all its hidden secrets and clever writing, who knows what else is left to discover? Just don't forget that lamp, and since Mr. Boom Blaster enjoys my jokes, I've got 2 for today. Number 1, why did the adventurer bring a map into Zork? Because he didn't want to be mazed and confused. And number 2, why don't Zork players trust the darkness? Because it's always up to Grue some things. See you at the next video.